What is up, everybody? How's it going? So, continuing with the theme of the supercross teams or racing in general lineups, we're doing Honda HRC, which obviously this offseason has had some pretty big news considering that Ken Roczen has left after so long, and we've got some moving parts in this team to go over. Obviously, in the 450 side, you have Chase Sexton returning, being the, I'm assuming what you would call the number one guy now, because he's been on the team the longest. Following him in Supercross, in the 450 side at least, Colt Nichols didn't get to defend his 250 title with Yamaha, moved straight up to the 450 with the Honda, but he's only got a Supercross title, or Supercross contract with him. And this is where all the moving parts come in. Since he only has a Supercross title with this team, well, they're looking to move up their golden boy and obviously the hype train that they really want to bank on. Because after the Supercross season, where you have Chase Sexton and Colt Nichols, well, there's Jet Lawrence, who will be racing the 250, but not on the East and defending his title. He'll be racing the West region, which I guess really was the plan last year. That everyone wants to see Jet Lawrence at A1, on his 250 and see how he can do in the West side. Obviously, it's kind of sad he's not going to get to wear the number one and defend it on the East, but it is what it is, because hey, he'll be racing the West region. His brother Hunter Lawrence will be racing the East region, and Chase Hymas, their up and coming future star who won't be racing futures, he'll be racing select 250 East rounds, also going full pro in pro motocross. So there is a lot of moving parts to this team. You got one guy only doing Supercross, then leaving. You've got one guy doing 250, then moving up to 450. You have another guy doing some rounds, and then moving up to pro. And obviously you have Hunter Lawrence in the middle of that doing the 250 East region. And, probably for his own sake, probably looking to move up to 450 next year anyways. He's not going to want to stick down the 250 ride when his brother's already moving up and advancing. It's kind of, there's not a lot to this, but, it's a good roster. Chase Sexton has shown a lot of speed. If he can just kind of nip out the little problems, the little inconsistencies he's been dealing with or causing for himself in the last couple of years, he's going to be a contender. He has the speed, he has the skill, he will be up front fighting for the championship this year, I think. Colt Nichols, who knows? Obviously coming off the injury last year and then on a new bike, on a new team, on a 450. There's a lot of moving parts for him. I think he's just looking to have a good solid year, trying to get a ride for next year. Obviously this is a Supercross only contract, so he's looking to score points, be consistent, look fast, and hope somebody goes, hey, I've got a ride for you next year. Jet Lawrence, well, let's see if he can win his second 250 title on a different region, and he's moving up to 450. You can tell this year he already has a deal with Honda to move up to 450 pro motocross. That's where he wants to be. So the 250, yes, of course, who doesn't want to win another title? But for him, really, it's just about not injuring himself in the Supercross season so he can race the 450s in motocross. That's my opinion. Obviously, you want to win the title. He wants to get as many wins as he possibly can to look good, look for the sponsors, and just, he is super skilled, so he is definitely one of the number one contenders in that region. But, I expect him to do very well. He's just a rocket ship, and if he doesn't hurt himself, he'll be great. Hunter, he showed himself really good last year. Again, he's another one of those guys who he wants to show himself to be really good. Show that he's fast, consistent points, and he's looking for a 450 ride too. He's definitely not going to want to sit in the 250s while Jet gets 450 rides and moves fast, and being the older brother. I think he'll be a contender in the East. If he wins, who knows? We'll have to see. That's a few months down the line from now. And Chase Hymas, he's a rookie. This year for him is just dive in the deep end and see how you do. Obviously, he did really well in futures. Now he's going to be moving up to a full-time pro card in motocross, and the select races you'll see him in the East for Supercross. it's just what it is. He's just going to be there to try and get his feet wet and move forward. But in the comments below, you tell me, do you think this team has a winner in it? Obviously, Jet is, I'm going to say, the winner of the West, but that's just me. But how do you think Sexton goes? How do you think Nichols does? Does he get a ride somewhere else, or maybe Honda picks him up for a third seat? Who knows? But in the comments below, you tell me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really does help me playing the YouTube algorithm game. And it's always fun to just throw out some opinions and some ideas. But in the comments below, make sure you say something. And with that, I'll see y'all later. Peace.